Hello everyone, I'm Rashmi Chibba. Throughout my journey as a healer and an Akashic Records expert, I have looked into the energetic blueprints of thousands of souls. What I have discovered is that most of our pain, the blocks in our abundance, the heaviness in our hearts stems from a single source, and that is the breakdown of connection. Over the years, I have had the privilege of building a community of over 300 plus women and high achievers, helping them navigate the deepest trenches of emotional trauma. Through our work together, we haven't just talked about healing, we have architected new lives. I have watched women who were silenced for decades find their voice, and leaders who were burnt out rediscover their power. However, healing isn't just a spiritual phenomena. It doesn't just happen. It is a communicative one and it needs to be worked out. How you speak to yourself and how you speak to the world determines the quality of your reality. Welcome to day 1 of the alchemy of connection. Let's talk about Anjali. Anjali is 45, a high achiever, a devoted mother, and a pillar of her community. To the world, she has it all figured out. But Anjali has a secret. Every time she feels overwhelmed, when the house is a mess or the deadlines are looming and the heart is racing, she tries to ask for help. But as soon as she opens her mouth, she feels a lump in her throat. It's a physical tightening, a suffocating pressure that stops her words. Instead of saying, "I need help," she swallows that lump, puts on a smile, and says the most dangerous word in the English vocabulary, "I'm fine." Inside, however, Anjali is collapsing. This isn't just shyness and not even politeness. This is a nervous system that has been trained to believe that asking for help is unsafe. Perhaps in the past her needs were met with anger, or perhaps she was rewarded only when she was the strong one. Her body is now protecting her by silencing her. Can you relate to Anjali? To heal like Anjali, we must understand the communication loop. Communication is not just about words. It's a biological exchange. When Anjali feels that lump, her vagus nerve, the highway of her nervous system, is sending a danger signal to her brain. What she feels is a lack of psychological safety. Psychological safety is the belief that you will not be punished or humiliated for speaking up with your ideas, questions, concerns, or mistake. Without it, your brain stays in survival mode. In this mode, the part of your brain responsible for complex speech literally shuts down. You aren't choosing to be quiet. Your brain is freezing you for safety. So how do you change this loop? To change the loop, we have to change the signal we send to our body. We have to move from internal collapse to authentic expression. Now, let's look at the before and after of Anjali's communication style. The old way? Husband, is everything okay? You look stressed. Anjali, feeling the lump, heart racing, "No, I'm fine, just tired." What's the result? The burden stays on her, the resentment grows, and the connection withers. Let's try the new way. Husband, is everything okay? You look stressed. Anjali, pauses, uses the technique we are about to learn. And then she says, "Honestly, I'm feeling very overwhelmed right now. I need a moment to breathe, and then I'd love to talk about how we can manage the evening chores together." See the difference? She didn't blame him and she didn't hide. She named her state and asked for space. That is the architecture of a healthy connection. How do we get rid of that lump? That is the question. We have to talk to the vagus nerve directly. Let's try it. Before you speak, if you feel that tightening, I want you to perform the physiological sigh. This is the fastest biological way to reduce your heart rate and bring your brain back to a state of safety. Let's do it together. Inhale deeply through your nose. At the very top, take a second shorter pop of air or to fully expand the lungs. Exhale very slowly through your mouth as if you're blowing through a thin straw. Let's do it together. Repeat this 3 times. This tells your brain the threat is over. I am safe to speak. Your homework today is to notice where in your body you feel tight when you communicate. Tomorrow, we will learn how to quiet that inner critic that keeps the tightness alive. I am Rashmi Chibbar and I'll see you in video 2. Download your trigger map, which is the worksheet 1 below, to start identifying your lump in throat moments.
Don't say download your क्या है?
क्यों?
Say that I have given my worksheet which you should follow. क्या download your worksheet? आप you are going to help somebody. उतना तो बोल ही सकते हो.
अब तो बोल दिया.
फिर से बोलो अभी. उसको मत देखो. Download your worksheet given below. डांस थोड़ी चला रहे हो यहाँ पे. You are going to help somebody. Think from that angle.
Okay.
Say it now.
अब तो हो गया ना खत्म.
बोलो अभी रिकॉर्डिंग चल रहा है. क्या बोला है ना मैं नहीं बोला.
Okay. Use the worksheet that I've given you just to make sure that you know. Okay. Use the worksheet given.
The worksheet. Explain to somebody that you have given a workbook in the downloading section, in the resources section.
Okay.
Say it to somebody that you're talking to.
I have given the worksheet below just for you to strengthen. I have given the worksheet below for you to work on your. I've given the worksheet below just so that you can work. No. Use the worksheet given below. Use the worksheet given below to know what are the triggers in your life, what are your lump in the throat moments. Use the worksheet below to know what your triggers are, to know what are your lump moments.